All right, so we told you a few minutes ago about the Trump administration now barring transgender people from serving in the military. Well, transgender service members have been able to serve openly in the military since last year. According to a 2016 RAND study, between 1,320 and 6,630 transgender men and women are already serving on active duty. So we want to know what you think here. Should transgender men and women be allowed to serve in the military? Log on to WUSA9.com/vote or use our mobile app to tell us what you think. Our Bruce LeShan heard from a former Marine in Leesburg who says there is just anger and sadness.
Just off Battlefield Parkway in Leesburg, Connie Rice proudly flies her Marine Corps flag.
I loved the Marine Corps. I loved the Marines that I worked with.
Rice was outwardly a male when she served in the Marines decades ago during the Iran hostage crisis.
After you live in the dirt with somebody, who cares? You just want them to be happy.
She kept her gender identity deeply hidden.
If I came out at that time, I would have been immediately discharged with a bad discharge as a deviant.
She rejoiced when President Obama decided that openly transgendered people could serve in the military.
My Facebook and Twitter have been exploding with anger and disappointment.
And now that President Trump has apparently reversed the new transgender policy, she's sad and angry.
This is a slap in the face at people who've put themselves in harm's way.
This is a civil rights issue for you. There's no middle ground here.
I know people who are lawyers, doctors, pilots, computer people that will be forced out of the military.
Critics say losing all those skilled people would cost the military far more than transgender health care. In fact, studies suggest the Pentagon spends more on Viagra than it would on transgender health.
Transgender care isn't as expensive as a pregnancy. Do we want to kick out pregnant people?
You're pretty furious about this.
We're talking about someone who claimed to have bone spurs to get out of the military during Vietnam. And apparently they went away as soon as he saw a golf course.
Strong words to add to America's partisan maelstrom. Now, that Viagra study that we mentioned, that was a RAND study, and it was RAND that also came up with that number, about 2,450 transgender people already serving in the military. Advocates think that there are a lot more than that, probably something like 15,000. And then when you add their dependents into that, we are talking about a significant number of people who could be hit by this. Adam?
They're not all being thrown out tomorrow.
Right, and it's a little bit of a mystery. We really don't know. We don't get any guidance at all from the Pentagon on this, on whether they're going to throw people out. When you read the tweets, it sounds like that, but there's nothing definitive, and we just don't know what the impact is going to be on transgender people who are serving openly now.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on closely as it moves forward. Bruce, thank you for that. Well, Laverne Cox, a star on the HBO show Orange is the New Black, tweeted, "To all the trans folks currently serving in the military, thank you for your service. I'm sorry that your commander-in-chief doesn't value it." Now let's look at the results of our megaphone poll right now. 61% of you say no, transgender people should be banned from the military, while 38% now of you say yes. Top.